Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. My name is Lawrence. In this video I'm going to show you the SEIKO SKX013 and I'm gonna offer you a look at the MiLTAT Super J. Lewis metal bracelet with the V-Clasp. I purchased this beautiful SEIKO SKX013 on this original Jubilee bracelet by SEIKO, which is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's made pretty well. I really like this one, but I decided to upgrade the metal bracelet to this one by MiLTAT, and I will tell you why in this video. But let's have a first look at this metal bracelet. This is the Jubilee. As you can see, it comes with this SEIKO clasp. It's just a fold-over clasp here. And it has a bunch of micro adjustments, as you can see here, which are really useful for finding a proper fit. If you want to open it, this is how you open it. Here we can find some pressed metal, nothing to write home about, stainless steel. And we have hollow links. Consisting of three parts. We have these outer parts that are brushed, and here we have this centerpiece that is polished. When we look here, we can see a hollow end link, which is connected to the case of the SKX013, and we have quite a fat spring bar here. This bracelet is, as you can see, super flexible, and I think it looks fantastic on this watch. I think it looks better than a rubber strap. But yeah, I really love this bracelet. As you can see, super flexible. Here we can see this arrow, which means you can use your 2-bar tool or some kind of screwdriver tool to press out these pins. So these links are put together with links that you gotta press out in order to size it. So I sized this one to my 6.3 inches wrist, and it fits wonderful. So that is the original metal bracelet for the SKX. But I think, if you want to invest a little bit in your watch, then I think this watch looks so much better with this metal bracelet by MiLTAT. And let me break down the reasons why I think so. So first of all, as you can see right here, we have a solid end link on both sides. So this end link is really designated for the case of the SKX013. And as you can see, it sits on this case very firmly. So definitely this end link is not as loose as this one, but it sits very confidently and proudly here. The second point is these links, they are solid, they're not hollow, and I think that makes the bracelet a little bit less flexible, but it still has some, it retains some flex. Now the beauty when it comes to sizing this bracelet is you have these micro Phillips screws, so you need a small screwdriver, and it's so easy to remove these screws and size the bracelet. So definitely so much easier sizing this bracelet than the original. Unlike the SEIKO bracelet, here we can see machined parts, and I still have some plastic here, as you can notice. This bracelet is like brand new, and I really love it. So there was a whole bunch of plastic tape just to protect these parts. So machined parts, like you can see, this is very, very, very robust, much better than the stamped metal or pressed metal. And I would say this little flip lock, it's not that sturdy, but it's kind of cool, and it has that V shape, as you can see right there. Now what we find here is double pushers. So this is a very secure way to lock and open the clasp. And we have a whole bunch of micro adjustments. We have 6 positions here. So with this bracelet, I think any wrist will, this will suit any wrists, small and big. So that is the Super J Lewis by MiLTAT. I think it's absolutely amazing. And I think with this bracelet you will add some weight to the watch. I do think this bracelet is quite a bit heavier than the original one, but I think it looks just so nice. Only downside, I would say, looking at this end link here, it protrudes a little bit, far more than the original metal bracelet. What I mean by that is, with the original metal bracelet, the bracelet will like go down on your wrist like so, meaning you will retain a short lock-to-lock distance due to this very short end link. With this end link you can see it goes outside like so, and you will add maybe 1 or 2 millimeters on both sides, so that lock-to-lock distance will increase. So for really small wrists, I think the original metal bracelet might be better. But with my 6.3 inches wrist, I did not have any issue with this bracelet. But I think it's worth noting. So that is the end link. And you can see that that design is just a little bit different, because this part is just a whole lot longer compared to this one, as you can see here. Anyways, that was my short impression of this strap. Let me just throw it on the wrist to show you what it looks like. Currently on the wrist, I have the SEIKO SKX009, and this is actually the exact same metal bracelet, also with the V-Clasp. But then of course this bracelet is designed for the 009, which has a lock width of 22 millimeters. So this bracelet will not fit on the 013, because here we're dealing with a lock width of 20 millimeters. So all in all, this is the exact same bracelet, but just a tiny bit smaller than the 009. So let me throw it on the wrist and show you what it looks like. So also highly recommend this bracelet for the 009. And here we have it on the wrist. There we go. And that is what it looks like. I think it looks amazing. It feels amazing. Just to give you an overview how this watch looks like on the 6.3 inches wrists. And as you can see, it sits very good on the wrist. And with those micro adjustments, I can always make it a little bit tighter or more loose using these adjustment holes. Now finally, I want to give you one more detail here. So I mentioned we're dealing here with 20 millimeters at the lugs. And I do want to show you how this bracelet tapers down to the bracelet. So let me just give you that dimension. Here we can see at the final link, which is the link that is like underneath the clasp, we have a distance of 18 millimeters. So we go from 20 at the lugs, it tapers down, so it reduces in width when you reach the buckle to 18 millimeters. So I think very, very elegant, very robust. I highly recommend this product. I've had a bunch of metal bracelets by MiLTAT, and I think it's a great company, good after sales. I did read a few negative reviews, people complaining that these end links didn't fit the case for the SKX013 or for the 009. But in my experience, these designs have been spot on. And if you know my collection, like I have a whole bunch of these MiLTAT metal bracelets. For example, for the SKX013K2, the Alpinist. Yeah, I'm not being paid by MiLTAT to say any of these things. But I do have an Amazon store. If you purchase these products through my Amazon store, or it's not even a store, it's called a front store. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'm using the correct term, but I'll leave a link in the description. It will direct you to this place on Amazon where I showcase products. If you order it through that link, I do receive like a tiny commission, which helps me to further build this channel, this hobby of mine. But yeah, again, I'm not being paid by MiLTAT, but like I was saying, like all these metal bracelets are MiLTAT. So here we have one with, again, with the V-Clasp for the SEIKO SARP 017. This is the Alpinist, which is a beautiful watch in my opinion. And again, here you see that end link, it does fit. Here there's a little bit of a tiny gap. You can see that. Right here, not so much. But I really love these metal bracelets. It's just, I think quality is just spot on. Here we have this, it's called an end mill metal bracelet by MiLTAT. Also with that same V-Clasp. And as you can see, this design, I think is even better than the Alpinist. Just the way it fits that case. Not so much of any space in between. It lines up beautifully. Then we have the SARP 033. Also with an oyster style bracelet. And as you can see, no huge gaps. It fits very nice. Also V-Clasp, MiLTAT. And finally, Super J. Lewis. This is the Orient Ray 2 Black Dial. Straight end. So this one does not like, this one is universal. It's not specifically designed for the Orient Ray. Unlike the Engineer. That is designed for this Orient Ray. And this has a different clasp. This is a diver's clasp. This is not the V-Clasp. So this is not my favorite clasp, but anyways. So I really love these metal bracelets by MiLTAT. I think they're so much better than the original, but also I'm a big fan of the original metal bracelets, these Jubilee bracelets by SEIKO. I think they're among the best. I don't like a lot of their original leather straps or metal bracelets, but the one by SEIKO for the SKX013 and for the 00709, I think is quite nice, but really the metal bracelets by MiLTAT, you know, they're just on another level. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will get back to you. If you want to order any of these metal straps, metal bracelets, then yeah, please have a look in that description to my Amazon storefront. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day and see you soon.